Hi, Tanya from Created Health, Nutrition and Fitness. Now, if you are enjoying the content that I'm putting on this YouTube channel, please give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe so that you can be the first to get all the latest information. So today I thought I would talk to the females, especially females of childbearing years. We know that a lot of women are using various forms of contraception, which are, hormonal contraceptions such as the oral contraceptive pill. And I do see a lot of women for preconception care, fertility care, ladies that are suffering from endometriosis, ladies that have PCOS, and these over-the-counter contraceptive pills and hormonal contraceptions do deplete the body of certain nutrients that are really, really important for your health and for your well-being. So when you do come to see me with any of these concerns around your hormones, whether it be just to balance out your hormones and get your periods functioning normally and correctly, pain-free, or whether you are having fertility concerns, or whether you are planning to start a family, I do like to get a really good picture of what is going on with you. I will do a dietary intake during your consultation, so that I can see what you have been consuming. I like you to do a nutritional diary for me in regards to just a food diary, so that I have an understanding of when you're eating and what you're eating and amounts that you are eating to get that picture. I also like to ask you to go and get some pathology, and our pathology will often show whether there are deficiencies. But even having said that, a lot of that is, particularly if it's a blood test, that is just a snapshot in time. So it doesn't give us a true reading of exactly what's going on, but it gives us a really good foundation to start with so that we can start working on your nutrition and making sure that you are getting all the required vitamins, minerals, nutrients, phytonutrients that are really important for hormonal health and well-being. And we know even with women that suffer with endometriosis, there is a really strong connection because of the hormones coming from the pituitary gland, that often there will be some mental health concerns as well, maybe depression, maybe anxiety. So, and all of this is all hormonal, and this is why we need to make sure that we're seeing what is going on and getting a true reading. So if you are on the contraceptive pill, you might find that your selenium levels are quite low. You might find zinc is low. We know that the oral contraceptive pill depletes vitamin C, vitamin E, B9, magnesium, B6, B12, B2. We often find that ladies are quite low in B6 as well. So these are all really important nutrients that we need to make sure that we replenish them if they have been depleted through using an oral contraceptive pill, to balance out your hormones and get your body functioningly optimally the way it is designed and created to function. So even though this might sound a little bit overwhelming, I wanted to just inform you so that you're aware that there are negative impacts, or there's, swings, highs and lows when it comes to having things artificial in the body. And this is where food is medicine, and food does impact how your body works and how your body functions. And if these nutrients are deficient, then it's not the end of the world. We can replenish them and that's fine, but it will have an impact on your body. But things like vitamin C, we can get that up quite easily. Even though it is a water-soluble vitamin, it does need to be replenished daily because it is water-soluble. So, you know, those levels get quite low quite quickly. Things like selenium, we don't need to have a really high amount of selenium, but we do need to make sure that we're eating foods that are high in selenium, and sometimes we might need to supplement, we might need to come in and underpin your nutrients to begin with and get those levels back up to those optimal levels so that the body functions, and we would do that if necessary through using supplementation. But often we can just do it, especially like I said, selenium doesn't need to be super high, and depending on your reading, it could just be, you know, a matter of increasing things like sunflower seeds and using brown rice instead of white rice, and you know, having Brazil nuts. A lot of people are aware that Brazil nuts are really high in selenium, and you don't need to be having a lot. Probably, you know, anything from 1 to 3 a day, a couple of times a week, and you will find that your selenium levels will come up. But I just wanted to, you know, inform you that taking hormonal contraceptions do have a negative impact on your nutrients within the body, and if you are experiencing any irregularities with your period, whether it be your periods go for a longer than normal period of normal time, whether you have short periods, whether they are heavy, whether they are super light, whether there's a lot of cramping, bloating, those sorts of things, whether you have endometriosis, PCOS, whether you're trying to conceive and having challenges with falling pregnant, just to sort of get everything leveled, make sure we know what's going on in your body, make sure your thyroid is getting the nutrients it needs to function, because our thyroid has a lot, it dictates a lot, I suppose, with the hypothalamus, which is where our hormones are created, and that has a relationship too with our thyroid. So we're looking at brain health, we're looking at thyroid, we're looking at hormones, we're looking at lots of different things. So hopefully that's given you some ideas on what happens to the body when you are taking the contraceptive pill, and if you are planning on trying to fall pregnant or stabilize irregular periods and make them more regular. These are nutrients that are easy to fix, but we need to know where you're at, what you're doing, what you're consuming, and see what's going on, so that then we can move forward to help you get a healthy functioning body, and if you are trying to fall pregnant, give you a normal cycle, so that we can make sure that ovulation is actually happening. Remember, I'm Tanya from Created Health, Nutrition and Fitness, and your health is your wealth. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you at my next video.